Yo, what is up guys, Bobby Disventure here, back again with another video. In this video, we're going to be doing the cast assessment for Disventure Camp All-Stars, which is premiering near January, I forgot what day. But honestly, yeah, I'm very excited for this season. I do feel like it's going to be a pretty promising season. Again, a lot of the characters look different. I'm pretty sure there's a time jump, and there's also a few new interns to the mix. So we're going to be talking about the interns and also Crystal first before we get into the main cast. So yeah, let's just talk about Crystal. And I'm very excited to see Crystal, obviously. In my review for Season 2, I do believe I gave her a pretty high rating. Again, for Season 1, I feel like a lot of the reason why I don't like the season is because Crystal just wasn't there to make much of an impact. And overall, I'm just pretty excited to see Crystal. I'm excited to see how she interacts with Derek and Trevor. Also, how she interacts with Oliver. And also the guy with the puppet, I forgot his name. And also the new intern, Emily. So, yeah, Crystal, in my opinion, is a great character. Someone who can bounce off a lot of people and make them very entertaining. So, yeah, honestly, just pretty excited for her. Next up, we do have the host from Season 1, Derek and Trevor, which, yay? Again, I mean, it makes sense for them to obviously return. And I assume they're going to be interns. And I feel like Crystal will definitely put them in their place for what they did. And Trevor will be like, yeah, I'm a changed man. While Derek will kind of be like, a bit more rebellious, but yeah, they're back. Honestly, I just do not care. Next up, we do have Marcus and Nina, who, honestly, outside of the if you don't behave or whatever, I'm going to punish you severely, which made me laugh more than it probably should have. But yeah, outside of that, I really don't know what to say about them. They're kind of funny at this point, but yeah. Next up, we do have Emily, the new intern, obviously, and yep, she seems kind of like a diva, not gonna lie. I feel like she's probably going to have a more Dakota-like personality, and then probably change, probably due to Oliver. And if they have a relationship or not, that's not really up to me to decide, obviously, but I think they could be cute together, I guess. It would kind of remind me of Sam and Dakota, and that's kind of the vibe she's honestly giving me, but yeah, she seems cool, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Next up, we do have Oliver, who it's pretty cool to see him come back. Obviously, he was an intern in season 1, and then also an intern and also kind of player. But did he really play in season 2? It's going to be cool to see him come back. It's going to be cool to see him and Emily interact because I feel like they might have some pretty cool interactions. And obviously, seeing him and Crystal, this kind of stepmom and son relationship is pretty cool as well. Do I ship them? I'm not going to answer that, but yeah, it's going to be cool to see Oliver come back. Now, more general thoughts about this cast before I get into every person individually. I do really like this cast. I do feel like it's an all-star worthy cast, especially when you only have 2 seasons, but yeah, there are some names that are kind of missing, and also some names that are kind of question marks of why they're an all-star. People like Ashley, people like Connor. Did I really need to see Allie return? Not really. I wasn't that big on Tess. And also, there's a gender imbalance, but then again, I don't really care because outside of like Alec, James, and Aiden, I feel like most characters are still relatively underdeveloped. I guess you could debate Jake, but like, most like men in Disventure Camp are not really the most developed or really caring. I mean, not caring, like, the writers don't really care for their characters, in my opinion, but yeah, we're obviously missing Rosa, we're missing Carol, which I don't know why they decided to not choose Rosa, or at least Carol, in my opinion, because you would think they would want Carol to have, like, the James and Carol rivalry thing again, or even the Carol and Aiden rivalry again, but yeah, it's kind of weird that she's not back, and also Rosa not being there too is pretty weird, but yeah, let's just go for every single person, starting from when they were released, so yeah. First up, we do have Lake, and I feel like Lake will do pretty well in this season. Again, she has connections with James, Aiden, maybe Rhea, but then again, Rhea looks drastically kind of different, but yeah, she seems definitely very confident for the season. She's going to be locked in my opinion, and is she really a winner contestant? Probably not, but yeah, it would be pretty cool to see Lake win this season. Next up, we do have Grett, who has one of the biggest physical changes, in my opinion, obviously, having a drastic weight loss, which is pretty cool to see. I think Grett will do relatively well in the season. Again, I'm kind of basing this off appearance, to be honest, because if someone has a drastic change, that probably means that their character will have definitely a longer story to tell, so that could mean they stay longer. And also because Grett is a pretty savvy player, I think she'll know what she's doing. It'll be cool to see her and Gabby interact, considering they had a very weird relationship on the island. So, yeah, it's going to be cool to see Gabby come back, and I can't wait to see how she does. Next up, we do have Tom, and to be honest, did I need a Tom return? No, but we're having All-Stars on Season 3, so I guess we did need Tom. No real thoughts. I guess Jensen will probably come back, and they'll complete that storyline, because that was kind of a plot hole in Season 1, but yeah, I have nothing really else to say about Tom. Next up, we do have James, one of my all-time favorite characters from Disventure camp, definitely top 3. And yeah, it'll be cool to see him come back. Obviously, someone who's also very game savvy. He's dating Aiden, so that's going to be cool to see. I feel like James will just be here for a real fun time, in my opinion, because considering he already won, and I feel like they're not going to let James win again. Do I feel like he'll be an early boot? Unfortunately, yes, but I hope I'm wrong. But to be honest, it's not looking very likely. Next up, we do have Tess, and once again, did I need a Tess return? No, but then again, we're having All Stars for season 3, so that's something. But I feel like outside of the, out of the Tess, Hunter, and Ali group, I feel like Tess is someone that I would probably want to see the most personally, but yeah, I think she's going to do relatively well. I feel like she'll have a nice story, and she does seem more confident, at least in this photo, so yeah, it'll be exciting to see her come back. Next up, we do have Alec. Again, one of the other characters who look drastically different, and I feel like Alec would definitely have a lot better of a personality, in my opinion. I feel like he'll be a lot more upfront about how blunt he is, to be honest. And I feel like this season will definitely make or break his character, personally. And considering how this Adventure Cam episode 12 really did break his character, because low-key, he definitely did overreact, which was something out of character for Alec, low-key, and it doesn't matter how mad he gets, I feel like he probably wouldn't have done that, but hopefully then again, he did divorce his wife, probably. He might be paying child support, which is probably why he's very mad, because he doesn't have $1 million, but yeah, hopefully Alec does well. I feel like he's a good enough player to where if he's able to find his footing, I feel like he will do very well, but if he doesn't, then he's probably an early boot. Next up, we do have Gabby, who, once again, one of my favorite characters, at least from Disventure camp. Just such a, in my opinion, she's definitely the better version of Izzy. Mind you, I'm not a big fan of Izzy to begin with, but I feel like Gabby's definitely a more developed version of Izzy. I feel like it'll be interesting to see how her and Ellie's relationship did pan out outside of the show. I feel like she'll definitely have some more interactions with Tom, and with Tom comes in Jake, and I feel like Gabby will be pretty poised to do at least around the merge, at least guaranteed, because I feel like someone like Gabby you pretty much don't want to waste, but then again, they did waste Izzy's character in Toll Drama, but that's not neither here or there. But yeah, Gabby, she's back, she's hot, so why not? Next up, we do have Yule, someone who I did really want to see come back for All-Stars, and yes, he's back, but oh my god, is he definitely interesting. I mean, he got the two piercings in one ear, so that can definitely tell you something. He definitely had the middle part, and his skin's a little bit lighter than last time, but then again, they did lighten MK skin tone, but I feel like that was for different reasons, because MK literally looked, definitely weird, but yeah, I feel like Yule definitely is going to be really crazy this time around, obviously, and I feel like he's definitely going to be out for vengeance for James and Aiden, and I feel like with his cast photo, he'll do it at any cost, even worse than last time. But yeah, I feel like Yule might actually get his wish by getting James or Aiden out in a pretty brutal fashion. Is he my winner pick? Definitely not, but is he one of my winner picks for an antagonist? Yeah. Next up, we do have Aiden, and I'm very excited to see Aiden come back. Aiden was one of my favorite characters from Season 2, and one of my all-time favorite characters at a certain point. Is he, like, top 10 like I did post in my community tab lines, I think, a couple months ago? No. But is he around, like, top 30? Probably. I feel like Aiden's personality was just something that resonated with me a lot. He's very relatable, in my opinion, and yeah, I think he'll do decently well on All-Stars, maybe. But he didn't change his appearance much, so I feel like that could definitely harm him a bit. And me assuming if he's going to win or not, and to be honest, I don't think he's winning the season, but yeah, it'll be fun to see Aiden just come back. Next up, we do have Fiore, one of the biggest characters on this cast, definitely the biggest, actually. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see Fiore come back, you know, considering how she played in Season 1, where she completely manipulated everyone and then completely went on to dominate the game. And she definitely looks more preppy this time around, and considering everyone knows her game, I feel like she'll definitely be an early boot, considering the fact that she's not that great at challenges, especially in Season 1, but who knows, she could have gotten a bit better, considering, you know, time comes with age. I mean, I don't think that's the way to phrase it, but you know what I mean. I feel like Fiora is definitely someone who could do well in the season if the plot armor prevents her to do well. But yeah, honestly, realistically, I don't think she's going that far in the game. Unless she's able to get like all the more hated contestants like a Alec, like a Grett. And also it would be cool to see Alec and Fiore meet up again for All Stars, and also Grett and Fiore, considering Grett really did enjoy Fiore, but honestly, if she's able to get those three together and who knows, get some more other people on her side, then she could do a lot of damage. But then again, I don't know how likely people are to work with Fiori, so yeah, there's that. Next up, we do have Jake, and he has a ponytail now. That's cool. But yeah, he seems more healthy, definitely probably will be more developed, and definitely won't fall for people's tricks like he did in season 1, so that'll be cool to see. He is on the season with Tom, and I feel like their relationship will definitely be explored a bit more. And also considering in season 2, I do believe that they're the most like popular contestants, so I mean, first off, why would they be the most popular contestants? Wouldn't it make more sense if it was Fiore, Alec, Gabby, Grett, Miriam? But yeah, honestly, it'll be cool to see Jake come back with Tom, and also Jake's interactions with Miriam. Is Jake really a winner pick for me? No, but I feel like he's definitely a lock to make it to the merge. Next up, we do have Rhea, who once again definitely brought the bling this season, low-key, and I'm here for it, low-key. I mean, she definitely has the best design of this entire cast. Is it because she looks even better than before? Yes. But what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, Rhea coming back. Yeah, I'm very excited to see Rhea come back on this season. I feel like she'll definitely have a more spoiled personality. And I don't know if her and Rosa became like friends outside of the show, or even with her and Lake. But it'll be interesting to see Rhea come back. This more strategic villain, but then again had a late villain run, which was kind of weird in retrospect. But it's like, I don't know, man. They really, I don't know how to feel about Rhea, to be honest. Hopefully her and Alec get into a showmance. I do ship them if you saw my series video. But to be honest, I don't know how likely it is. I do believe, at least at the time, Rhea was 29, while Alec is probably in his, like, mid-30s. So I don't know how likely that is. But yeah, Rhea's hot, and I'm so glad she's back. Next up, we do have Hunter, and yeah, didn't need a Hunter return. I find him relatively boring, and he was kind of wasted on season 2. He had an interesting backstory, but then again, the show just mainly focused on the love triangle, which I just did not really care for. I felt like he should have ended up with Tess, but then again, if we're talking about his like prospects in season 3, I think he's going to do relatively well. Again, a more strategic player, but someone who is more so hero. He gives off pure energy, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people will be more receptive to that. People like a Jake, people like a Miriam will probably want to work with him. And considering he already has Tess and Ali, and who knows his friendship with Yule soon, I feel like Hunter is definitely poised to at least win the season. He's one of the winner candidates in my books. Next up, we do have Ellie, who definitely looks like a failed art student low-key, which is kind of funny considering she wanted to pursue art, I believe. Or at least, no, it was fashion school. She wanted to pursue fashion school, but this is not really fashion at all, but we're just going to ignore that, I guess. I feel like Ella will do probably not that well. I would assume she would be a late pre-merge boot, considering she wasn't really that good of a position to begin with in the game in season 1, and I feel like Ellie's just not that good of a player to like recover from that. So yeah, Ellie's not really a winner consideration in my books. Next up, we do have Ali, and to be honest, I did not need to see Ali come back, low-key. I would have much preferred the Rosa, the Rhea, and the Lake trio over the Hunter, Tess, and Ali trio because they were just so boring together. Again, Ali was probably my least favorite out of the trio anyway, so the fact that she's on over Rosa and even over Carol is so crazy to me, low-key. Not even low-key, high-key, because Ali is just not that great of a character. She's not that interesting, and compared to Hunter and Tess, to people who do share similar, at least, backgrounds, and I know Ali's grandfather died, I think, and that's why she loves video games so much. It's not enough, it's not like a conveying story for me to really care about Ali. Do I think she'll do good on the season? Maybe. She does have a different design, so I feel like they would definitely want to at least, I don't know if they want to just update her or maybe, you know, have her actually have a story. But yeah, she's not the have a winner contention for me, and hopefully she just goes home early. Next up, moving on to one of the bigger question marks of this cast, and that is Connor, who, why is he back? Again, I like Connor. Again, he kind of reminds me of my gym teacher, so that's cool. But why is he back, Loki? Again, outside of like his connection to Rhea, I have no idea what they're going to do with Connor on this season. Again, I don't even like him, but I think Dan would have made much more sense. Again, I was rewatching episode 1, and I feel like Nick's story of like running away from his parents who were way too overprotective would have been a nice story. To see Nick interact with like a Lake, someone who kind of has a similar story. I feel like that would have been so much better than having Connor on this season. But yeah, if Connor is a pre-merge boot, understandable. But then again, why are you having filler in an all-star season, in my opinion? But I don't know, man. But yeah, there's Connor. Next up, we do have Miriam, the winner of season 1, which I'm very excited to see Miriam come back. I cannot wait to see what she does on this season. In my opinion, she's one of the best players in Disventure camp history, low-key. In terms of how well I think she'll do in the season, I actually do think Miriam will make it relatively far unless she does get screwed over, which would definitely suck. Miriam's a great character in my opinion, and also a very fun player to watch. I feel like her connections with Tom, Jake, and I feel like she could really integrate herself well with the Hunter, Tess and Ali trio. Even a Connor, I feel like, would like her. Lake will probably like her. Again, Miriam's a very great social player, and I would be very shocked if she was a very early boot on this season. Considering she's not going to be the same person as she was, like, in the early episodes of Season 1. She'll probably just be, like, a much more nicer version of herself. And also, the outfit definitely shows it. Like, she's here to have definitely a fun time. And, yeah, I can't wait to see Miriam come back. And the final person that we will be talking about is Ashley, who, yeah, I'm fine with coming back, I guess. I mean, then again, is she really an all-star? No, but it's like, then again, if you're not having a Rosa or a Carol, then I guess having Ashley makes the next best sense. But yeah, I feel like she'll be less naive. It'll be cool to see her without Will, even though I feel like her and Will were definitely one of the more interesting parts of her character, low-key. But what are you going to do? Will's not even an all-star, and you can't debate that. But yeah, Ashley, cool. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about Ashley. So yeah, that's my opinions on the cast, but now let's get to the winner pick predictions, and I low-key decided between Grett or Hunter. But personally, as much as I really would love to see Grett win the season, I feel like there's no way people like Gabby, people like Ellie, would want Grett to win, despite Grett being low-key a very changed person. I feel like they just won't believe it, or if they do believe it, I just feel like they won't really care about that. So I decided to go with Hunter, mainly just because he is the full package of a player. He's good socially, he's competent strategically, and he's obviously great physically. I feel like he can get himself out of certain scenarios maybe, so it'll be cool to see Hunter win the season. But yeah, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, peace out.